youth path. Because even when we come to big camp, we are always staying in Tananda. And I have never chance to come to New Utah, but probably next year I plan to go to this caravan park here in New Utah and commute to Tananda. It's good to see young people here. I'm really pleased to see you and be with you. And yeah, it's so great to be able to worship God together. And thank you for beautiful playing on the instrument. Yeah, I have some musical soul in my chest, and I always love to sing and yeah, glorify God's name through songs. When we look at the Bible and the book of Revelation, that's the book about worships and singing, and there will be a lot of music in heaven. So it's good to be here, and yes, and to be able to communicate and to be able to listen to God's words. And yeah, it was a challenge for me, because as you hear, my peculiar accent is not something which is pleasant for English-speaking people, and I hope you will have a patience with me. I am here in Australia only 4 years. I came to College Park as a result of the call which I got from the conference after Pastor Kuberek passed away in this tragic way in 2005, and I can hardly believe that it's 5 years over almost when he's not with us. So it was a challenge for me, because you know, new country, new people, new situation, new language, and well, I spent most of my life in school classroom, because I was head of the theological seminary in Poland, and I was responsible for running this school and preparing the pastors to be able to serve in God's vineyard. But from the beginning of 2000, I was moved to the field, and now I moved to Australia, and I'm enjoying my ministry here. And yeah, that's a few words about myself. I have a wife, Justine, and 3 kids. Victor is 12, and Alexander is 8 years old, and we enjoy this little one, Emilia. She was born 18 months ago, and she's absolutely cute Aussie girl, smiling in Aussie way, and she's really bringing a big joy to our home, and so we enjoy it very, very much. Now it's time for our study. I'm wondering, it's 11:30. What's the tradition of this church? How long I can occupy this position? Do you have any?
You take it. You take your time. You take your time.
All right. You know, because there was one church, and after some time the deacon came and then put a piece of paper. Pastor, when you finish, just lock the church and put the key under the net. So I don't want to experience this sort of experience and this sort of situation. But yeah, I think we will be fine. We will be fine. I decided to take some probably unusual Bible fragment.
Do you want the projector on there, do you? Or yeah?
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. As it is with technology, it always something happens. So don't worry. Even if there will be no picture we will still see. I like to take some interesting scripture passages to study. I think that the Bible is full of interesting pictures and full of really interesting materials which we can take into consideration and learn. This one is taken from this book of King, the second King. And the title, I put it is possible to really have an intimate relationship with God. Is it possible for contemporary people? Is it possible for people living in Australia in 2010 to know God intimately? And I would like to give you some example of those people in the Bible who had this intimate relationship with God. One of them was Elijah. King Ahaziah had fallen off the second story of his palace and injured himself. He sent his servant to the pagan god Baal-zebub to find out if he would live. Live, yeah. Just imagine the situation. Well, this is the king of Israel. This is the son of King Ahab. Not very pious king. And he had this accident. And he was curious if it's possible for him to be healed. And it's interesting that this Israel king is sending some servants to the pagan god Baal-zebub. Just imagine a pastor is sending to the pagan physicians or a pagan priest to learn about his future. It's very difficult to imagine the situation in contemporary setup, but it is what happened in the past to King Ahaziah. On the way, the servant ran into Elijah, who told him to return to the king and give him this simple message. You sent your servant to wrong God. The God of heaven tells you that you will not recover from your injuries. You will die. It was a very strong message. We could say today it wasn't politically correct message. Because if someone is asking for recovery, if someone is interested in well-being in the future, why to give this discouraging message? You will die. This is not what we expected. This is not what King Ahaziah expected. When the servant describes the appearance of Elijah to King immediately knew who it was. I want that man in my palace right now. It wasn't a good message to Elijah. Well, the son of Ahab knew exactly who was Elijah. He knew who was he, and he was afraid of him. And moreover, he would like to have him not for a nice afternoon tea. He wanted to have him just in order to kill him. He ordered the captain of his guard to take 50 men and arrest Elijah. I have often wondered why he felt it was necessary